with all your things? Okay.
Danny and I went through 3 power outages overnight, and every single one of them has been dead of winter or late summer or fall. So we're used to it, and like an after drums, and so we're used to it. As long as it's not a little bit of a we're fine. So it's one thing we have power.
Do you know what time it is? Okay, perfect. I forgot to charge my watch. What? No, I literally, apparently if you're filming through Facebook Live, there's no way to tell the time on your phone. So I'm sitting here staring at it like, how do I figure this? I don't know. And my watch didn't charge. So I was like, come on. Damn it. It's not going to work. So we're just going to do this by feel. I might ask you guys at a few points like, hey, what time is it? So we don't go way too long. It's going to be entertaining. Maybe the people online will tell me what time it is intermittently.
Kim sometimes borrows my watch. It's pretty old school, but if you still know how to read a dial,
I actually do.
you can borrow it.
I can't. That would be amazing. Then I don't have to. Well, you know. Okay. That would be excellent. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. I'll what's it called? Clorox it afterwards. Oh, I feel so much better. That was kind of anxiety provoking. How am I going to create this? Okay, we're good now. Thanks. Thanks, Kathy. All right. Now we can do yoga. I was just going to feel it out. I'm checking all the places I thought there might be a clock in here. None of them had clocks, So I now understand everyone else's problems that we're teaching. It's last week, Amy taught for an hour and 25 minutes. And I'm knocking on the door hey, my class starts in 10 minutes. Can I please come in? So anyways, thanks for coming, all of you. David, you're stuck in the front row today. Yeah. Right. Is that good or bad? No, we don't need to talk about it. Just kidding. All right. Should we do some yoga? Might as well. Okay. Find a comfortable seat here on your mat. And close your eyes. And without shifting anything right away, just notice what's present for you in this moment. Notice how your breath is. Notice your physical body. We do a little scan, noticing if there's any places that feel tight, stuck. Notice if there's anywhere that feels alive, awake. And notice your overall state of being. Are you feeling tired, exhausted? Are you feeling awake, bright? And all of this without judgment, just stepping into this place of awareness. And then begin to deepen your breath. So drawing in that long, slow inhale. Balancing that with a long, slow exhale. And just taking the next few moments to really tune into your breath here. Eventually transitioning it into that Ujjayi pranayama, that whisper breath in through the nose, out through the nose. With your next inhale, draw in a deeper breath than you've taken so far. At the top, hold full. Maybe lift a little bit taller through the crown of your head, drawing in that length. And then exhale out the mouth, let it go. Again, like that huge, long, deep breath in through the nose. The top holding full. As you're ready, exhale out the mouth, let it go. One more, just like that. Deep breath in. Maybe sip in a little more breath to see if you can bring it all the way down to the low belly. Holding at the top. And then exhale out the mouth, let it go. Adding on here. So come back to your Ujjayi breath for a moment. Keep your eyes closed. Fingertips come back behind you. Come into Baddha Konasana. So soles of the feet meet in front. Toes peel away from each other. So you've got active feet. Take that huge breath in. Lift up to the heart. Hold at the top. We're moving into Uddiyana Bandha. So this time, exhale strongly out the mouth, come forward. Hold empty. Draw navel in and up, hollowing out through the belly. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. Inhale, rise back up, fingertips back behind you. Lift up through the heart, shoulder blades hug spine. And as you're ready, Uddiyana Bandha, exhale strongly out the mouth. Draw navel in and up, hollow out. When you're ready to inhale, release abdominals, rise back up. You're going to do that 3 more times at your own pace. As you're folded forward, relax through the shoulders, soften through the jaw. In this last round, come forward. Move a little bit deeper into your folds. Start working your way into your groin, into your hips. And then really intentional here by softening the shoulders, maybe even turning the head a little yes and no. Opening and closing the jaw, releasing some of the tension there. And not pushing this, just kind of feeling it out, noticing how this lower half of your body feels. Maybe there's some awareness more around the upper half as well. Yeah, and if there's a way to make this pose feel better to your body, do that. Switch it up. Work with that. We'll take about 3 to 5 more breaths here. Let me do your temperature real quick. You're good. Thanks. See if these last 2 breaths you can draw all the way down into the low belly, maybe touching through the perineum, lowest abdominals. And then inhale, slowly ease your way back up. Place your right hand on your thigh. Left hand comes out to the side. You're just going to press that right thigh away, lean towards the left. And maybe if you want to add a twist, you can start to turn towards that left thigh. That sometimes feels like a nice release in that side body around the kidneys, low back. Inhale, come back through center. We'll switch sides. If your low back kind of crunches up there, you can take a few breaths at center line as well. And then switching sides, right hand props you, left hand to the thigh. Start to press the hip down and away. And turning towards that right leg. Breathe into the sensation. And inhale back up to center. Hands to outer thighs, help the knees back together. And then walk your feet out about 2 feet in front of your sit bones. Lean back, prop up to the chest, and we're just going to do these windshield wiper legs. Exhale over to one side. Inhale through center, exhale to the other. Just loosening a little up through the hips, low back. The unfortunate part about this pose is you start to scoot forward, and if your pants are loose, you have to lift up. All right, come back to center. And come all the way onto your back with your prop nearby. Everyone got their... Look at this. Everyone's got a prop today. Woo woo. All right. It's the little things in life. All right, take your prop. Let's start it out with abs with a roll or block if that's your prop of choice today. Place that prop in between your thighs, snug up towards the pubic bone. Legs extend directly up towards the ceiling. And you are always welcome to bend the knees to take pressure out of the low back. You can always keep the feet on the ground to take that pressure out as well. Wherever you are, though, activate the feet, spread the toes, press up to the ball of the feet. Interlace hands behind your head. Take a huge breath, spread it across the low back. Hold that breath in, press mid-back into mat, curl tailbone up, squeeze around your prop, exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up, squeeze a little more, pull low belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold full, press mid-back into mat, curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift up. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more. Draw belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze a little more. Pull the belly down. Inhale, relax head and shoulders. One more like that. Hold full. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone. Squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, lower head and shoulders. Bend your knees to 90 degrees. So your knees are stacked directly over your hips. Shins are more or less parallel to the earth. And then flex your feet back towards your shins. Spread the toes wide. Okay, we're moving into frog lifting through. Take a deep breath in. Well, gate opener version. Curl tailbone up. Squeeze the prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze your prop a little more. Pull belly down. Inhale, bring the left hand to your prop. Keep your knees directly in line with your hips. Open the legs. So you're in a frog position. Keep the feet flexed. We'll take an extra breath here. Exhale, curl tailbone up. Reach out through inner thighs. Pull lower belly down. Yes, awesome. Inhale, legs come back together. Release head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades come up. Squeeze that second time, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to your prop. Frog the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach out through inner thighs, reach out through the knees, pull belly down. Back to center. Lower head and shoulders. Hold that breath in. Curl tailbone, squeeze around your prop. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Shoulder blades lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop. Frog the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, draw belly down. Inhale, legs come back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath in. Press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone so the knees reach towards the rafters. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop. Frog the legs. Exhale, curl tailbone. Reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. All right, you have a choose your own adventure moment. Either you stay with frog lifting through gate opener variation, or come into full gate opener, extending the legs to the ceiling. So you're working with your legs straight. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl tailbone up, squeeze your prop, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze that prop a second time, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to your prop, straddle the legs. So either legs are straight or knees stay bent. Curl tailbone, reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach out through thighs, awesome, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath, press mid back into mat. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, lift head and shoulders. Squeeze that second time, pull belly down. Inhale, left hand to prop, straddle. Exhale, curl tailbone, reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Legs back together, lower head and shoulders. Hold the breath. Curl tailbone, squeeze. Exhale, head and shoulders lift. Squeeze a little more, pull belly down. Inhale, right hand to prop, straddle as wide as you can here. Curl tailbone, reach out through thighs, pull belly down. Inhale, legs back together and release. Set your prop aside. Let's do that windshield wiper leg action or butterfly on a rock if you prefer that name a little bit. Side to side, swaying through the knees, just giving the hips a moment to release. Bridge, so bring your legs back through center. Knees stack over your heels, feet about hip width apart. Tuck tailbone so you feel your low abdominals once again engage. Then inhale, slowly peel the spine up and away from the mat, lifting into bridge pose. So if bridge bothers your low back, another option here is always to take a Supta Baddha Konasana. So that butterfly pose with your knees opening wide. You're also welcome to use a prop under the hips or in between the thighs for support. Keep lifting up through the hips and then breathing specifically into the abdominals. So we're starting with the core here. Seeing if you can expand or feeling that expansion through all of those obliques, through the center. Feeling that engagement in the back body, supporting that opening in the front body. Activate your feet, feel that engagement, protecting your joints. And then keep the breath flowing into your belly, but let it expand outward. So now you're reaching up into the heart with that breath. The inhale, you feel the chest expand, maybe even lifting towards the chin. Keep firing up the legs. And then for the last few breaths here, if you'd like, you can bring the triceps to the mat, fingertips pointing up to the sky. Use that as a little bit more lift so you feel more space in the front body, turning this into a bit more of a back bend. 4 more breaths here. Keep the legs firing up. And exhale, tuck tailbone. Remove any props and slowly roll your spine back down to the earth. Release the back body here. So really whatever does it for you, either pressing the thighs away, hugging the knees into the chest, making up a fabulous back dance move that feels good. No one liked that idea? And roll over onto your side. Neck stays relaxed. So head's going to come up last. Press your way up. Help your head up if you'd like. I am like all sorts of purple today. Somehow I forgot that my mat was purple. That's funny. All right, come forward. Let's start out with a turbo dog just because. So hands underneath your shoulders, knees behind your hips a little bit. So a little bit behind your hips, maybe 3 to 6 inches. And we're going to start with a turbo puppy. So you're going to bend the elbows, hovering them above the ground. Fire up through the chest like you're trying to pop an invisible balloon between the forearms. And then the challenging part here is to let your head go. For some reason, when we fire up the arms, our neck likes to engage. So relax through the neck, relax through the jaw. Take 3 huge breaths into the back of the heart. So you're puffing up this back of the heart area. You're welcome to stay here or turn this into a turbo dog. So you want to straighten out the arms slightly, pick up the knees, and then start to bend the elbows once again, hovering them above the earth, squeezing through the forearms, firing up the chest. So it's not a down dog. Knees can stay bent here to get that activation. Keep the elbows squeezing towards one another. 3 more breaths. Yes, that's it. Straighten out the arms. Lower your knees down if they aren't already. Take a few breaths in child's pose or puppy pose. So arms stay extending forward. Hips reach back. Breathe here, especially into the armpits and the upper arm bones. So you're opening up these areas we just worked. Around the shoulders. Prop your way back up, coming into Dolphin. So forearms on the mat, either parallel to one another or hands clasped. Make sure your elbows are directly under the shoulders. That just protects the shoulder joint. Take a huge breath. Get that same activation puffing up to the back of the heart. Relax through the head. Curl your toes under. Lift up into your Dolphin. The quintessential dolphin of the day. We should do the dolphin song soon. It's been a minute. Keep rooting down to the forearms. Inhale, extend the left leg up to the sky. Notice if you shift all the weight into the right arm, shift more of it back into the left, and then fire up the core to lift that left leg a little bit higher. Relax the head. Exhale, lower the left leg down. Inhale to extend the right leg up to the sky. Yes, keep pressing your chest towards your shin, spreading the toes wide. Exhale, lower that right leg down. Take 1 more inhale, lift through the hips. Sorry, we don't have coffee. Exhale, knees lower to the mat. Child's pose, puppy, or embryo this time. So if you want to give the shoulders a rest, you can walk the knees together. Let the arms rest by your sides. Few intentional deep breaths into the upper back. Maybe that spreads down into the low back. Feeling the ground just hold and support you here. I should lock the door. All right. Or more people are going to want coffee. All right, make your way back up to hands and knees. And if it feels good, take a few rounds of cat-cow. If you're ready for down dog, you're welcome to just press right into it. You're all locked in. Just kidding, you can get out. And then as you are ready, in the next 3 or so breaths, make your way back to downward facing dog. And just kind of using this down dog as that base pose, right? So noticing how your body feels today in this down dog, in this moment. You're feeling warm, agile. It's kind of doing that little temperature gauge with your body. Exhale. Bend your knees, walk your feet up to your hands. There'll be plenty of time to hop, I promise. Inhale, halfway lift, extending the spine. Exhale to fold it back in. Let's do that again. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale to fold it in. And once more, reach back through the sit bones, lengthen out the spine. Maybe shoulder blades lift. Exhale deeper into your fold. And slowly roll your way up to standing. Inhale, sweep arms overhead. Maybe a little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Classical suns. Inhale, re-extend. Flowing here, exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Add padding if needed. Keep that inhale flowing as you open up. Yes. Exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, plank pose. Your choice, move directly to down dog or flow, chaturanga. Inhale for that cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, forward folds. Draw into the belly, rise up. Exhale, hands back, heart center. Inhale, re-extend. Just get into the rhythm with your body here. Exhale, fold. So if your breath is different than my cues, listen to your breath. Step right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale going, open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, step to plank. Flow here, chaturanga. Remember, you can always skip these. Inhale, heart opener. Nice, Lisa. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, lunge. Open it up, lengthen. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Come all the way up. Inhale as your arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Continuing this flow. Inhale, re-extend. Maybe close your eyes here. Forward fold. Inhale, left foot back, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, plank. Through your vinyasa, chaturanga. Lifting the heart. Exhale to down dog. Inhale, step left foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to the earth, forward fold. Rise all the way up, reaching tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Last round. Really listen to your body breath here. Inhale, extend. Exhale, at your own pace, fold it forward. Inhale, right foot back, lunge. Keep that inhale flowing as you lift and open. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, lunge. Open it up. Exhale, hands to mat, forward fold. Draw in through the belly, come all the way up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Mountain pose, let your arms rest by your sides. Keep your eyes closed here. Just take a moment to feel and to fill up with breath. Opening your eyes, grab hold of your prop. Place it snug up towards your pubic bone. Float the arms up to the sky. Interlace the fingers up top, and then a light squeeze around your prop. Lengthen up, core engaged softly. Exhale, reach up and over to the right. So hips shift to the left, yeah. Try to keep that left side of the chest still opening. Maybe more of the weight shifts into that left foot. Keep the legs active. Exhale, release that right hand either to your hip or you can start reaching it down towards the ground. Breathe into that left side body. Hug around the prop. Inhale, come all the way back up. Re-extend the arms, lengthen up. Exhale, reach up and over to the left. Hips shift to the right. Breathe into this right side body. Expanding around the hip joint, the obliques, all the way up to the armpit. And exhale, release that left hand either to the hip or reaching towards the ground. Continue the breath flowing into this right side body. Fire up the legs. Inhale, rise all the way back up. Exhale, lower the arms back behind you, coming into this heart opener. Hands on the hips, either thumbs pointing in towards the spine or fingertips pointing down towards the sit bones. Deep breath in, lift up through the heart. Exhale, hug shoulder blades together. Hug elbows together, soft bend in the knees. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe start to lean back. Inhale, keep the sternum reaching towards the rafters. Exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades onto the back, get that activation to support the heart opener. Inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades, last breath here. Yes, nice, Kathy. Squeeze around the prop, slowly rise up. Inhale, float the arms to the sky. Exhale, sit back, chair pose, Utkatasana. Reach the arms back behind you. Keep that heart opener going here. So maybe roll the shoulders back, fingertips extend, heart lifts without cranking through the neck. Yeah, good, David. Take 2 more breaths here. Release through the arms, slowly roll your torso forward into your forward fold. Remove that prop. Sometimes I feel like when I remove the prop from that, it's like you're birthing an egg or something. Just feels so awkward. Set that prop aside. We're going to hang out in the forward fold for a few breaths. So if your low back feels crunchy, keep your knees bent. We're going to do 2 rounds of Uddiyana Bandha here. So make sure your hands can touch the ground. Bend your knees enough to get that. If that's still too much, you can always bring your hands onto your prop. Take a huge breath in. Exhale all the air out. Stay empty. Draw navel towards spine. When you're ready to inhale, release the abdominals. Fill yourself back up. Do that once more at your own pace. Release the belly before you inhale. And then fold it forward. Ragdoll position. Hands interlace in opposite elbow. If it feels okay, you can rock it a little side to side. Release to the arms. Inhale, spinal extension, that halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step your way back to plank pose. Now, you can always bring the knees down for extra support here. But really fire up to the core so you feel, yeah, Brittany, you just got an extra push-up. That's perfect. Fire up through the core. Yeah, you can always do push-ups here if you feel like you need those. I'm not sure why, but it's a possibility. Hang out here, engaging through the abdominals. We'll take 2 more breaths. See if you can spread the breath into the back body, even in this position. Knees can come down for support. Exhale, lower slowly, all the way down to the belly. Bring your hands in front of the chest. Lift the chest up slightly. Pull forward and then lower back down, just to create a little more space around the ribs and the abdominals. Coming into a low cobra, this time hands next to the chest. Inhale, peel the chest and head up off of the mat. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Draw the elbows back. Keep reaching through the toes, creating space in the low belly. Exhale, lower it back down. So you have a choice. You can do that once more, or you can come into locust, full boat, as we call it in Forrest. On your next inhale, peel the chest and head up. Not bow yet, that would be a lot. Pick up the legs if you'd like to take boat or locust pose. Reach the arms back behind you. Float here on the belly button. 2 more breaths into the chest. Exhale to release. Hands next to the chest. Option to press up onto all 4s and back to down dog, or reverse that, push up, press your way up through chaturanga and all the way back to downward facing dog. Take a moment, walk it out here. Feel into this inversion. Notice how your body is starting to warm up. Once again, any down dog can turn into a turbo dog if you want that extra oomph today. You can always bend the elbows. On your next inhale, extend that left leg up to the sky. Check in with your low back. Make sure you're not crunching up there to get the leg higher. So there's still that extension in the spine. On your exhale, bend the left knee, open up through the hip. Spread the breath through that hip flexor, through the obliques. And inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, left knee across the body towards the outer edge of the right arm. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, step left foot through warrior 2. So back heel roots. Inhale, roll your way up. And just take a moment in this warrior, setting yourself up, feeling the strength of your legs supporting you. Tuning back into that fluid, intentional breath. Shoulder shrugs, release the arms down in front of you. Take a huge breath into the upper back. Hold full, reach shoulders up as high as you can, and then draw them straight back like you're trying to squeeze a pencil. Exhale, drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Yes. Inhale across the upper back. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades together. Squeeze that pencil. Drag down. Inhale into the upper back. Exhale, bend your elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Pull it down. Release the arms, roll out the shoulders. Inhale, float the arms back up. Let's reverse the warrior. Flip that left palm to the sky. Exhale, reach up and back. Right hand on hip or anywhere down that right leg. If you prefer the bind, you can take that. Spread the breath into this left side body. And then balance this pose by coming deeper into your lunge. Yes. Second stage, neck stretch. Reach that left arm forward. Relax the head towards the right shoulder. Maybe move around the jaw. Let out some of the tension from this crazy week. And reach through that left hand, come back up, warrior two. We're going to come forward into a side angle with a heart opener. So left forearm comes down to the thigh. Press the forearm into the thigh so you lift up out of the shoulder. And then take that right hand straight up towards the ceiling. Open up through the chest. I like to imagine that I'm leaning over a lead chair with that right shoulder blade, lifting into the heart. Yeah, if that bothers your shoulder, you can always bring the hand to your hip. You can always wrap the arm around your back if you prefer. So free agency in every single pose. Take 2 more breaths. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step your way back to plank pose. Your choice, you can move directly to down dog or flow through that vinyasa, chaturanga, to cobra or up dog. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Or turbo dog if you feel inspired. On your next inhale, extend that right leg up to the sky. Exhale, keep the length in the low back as you bend the right knee and open up through the hip. So you don't want to crunch. Keep the spine long. Now breathe into the space around that right hip. Let the head hang. Nice. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of left arm, little cross body crunch. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, step right foot through, warrior two. So rising up with that inhale. And once again, take a moment. I feel bad for all these people wanting coffee this morning. It's a lot of them. Come deeper into your lunge. Connect to your breath. That could be our side business. We could sell coffee. We can each take turns taking an order. All right, shoulder shrugs. Release the arms down in front of you. Take a huge breath into the upper back. Hold full, reach shoulders straight up. Pull them straight back. Keep squeezing that pencil. Drag the shoulder blades down the spine. Inhale into the back of the heart. Exhale, hug mid-shoulder blades towards spine. Drag down. Inhale into the upper back. This time, bend your elbows. Draw bottom tips of shoulder blades, elbows towards spine. Keep the tailbone tucked as you pull shoulder blades down. Release the arms. Get a little roll out through the shoulders. Some of you have some great dance moves today. Reverse the warrior, flip the right palm. Exhale, reach up and back. Yeah. Hand can come to the hip. Maybe work its way down that left leg. Going to the depth that feels good to your body today. You're not pushing it, but you're going towards that sensation. Breathe into the rib cage, the obliques. Move into your neck stretch. Reach the right arm towards the front of the room. Relax your head towards that left shoulder. Maybe doing a little opening and closing the jaw. It's crazy how sometimes that pops the ears. And reach through that right arm, come up and all the way forward into your side angle. So right forearm onto the thigh, come into your heart opener, left arm reaches up to the sky. Draw that left shoulder blade on the back, lift and breathe into the chest here. Fill yourself up. Once again, options to modify this pose. Listen to what your body needs. Last inhale here. Exhale, windmill your hands to the mat. Step your way back to plank. Your choice, down dog or vinyasa. You can add those extra push-ups if you feel inclined. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg extends up and back. Spread through the toes, draw that length into the spine once again. Exhale, this time left knee to outer edge of left arm. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. Exhale, step left foot through, setting up for a twisting lunge. So right hand stays on the ground or comes to your prop. Try to keep that left knee stacked directly over the left ankle. Inhale, open that left arm up to the sky. If that feels like too much, yeah, that's it. If that feels like too much, hand can always come to hip. Hand can always come to the thigh. If it doesn't feel like quite enough, you can cross that right arm over the left leg. Keep firing up through the right leg, pressing back through the heel, opening through the heart. Exhale, lower the right hand down. Fire up the legs. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Torso rises, arms reach to the sky. Brain cradling. Interlace the hands back behind your head. Then start to hug the elbows towards one another. Yeah, so you're kind of closing off your hearing from me. Start to reach the elbows up to the sky. And begin to lean back up into this heart opener. So the chest lifts, back knee can bend. Breathe into the front body. Pick a rafter to stare at so you can fix your gaze, creating that drishti. Breathe down into the belly, maybe all the way down into that right hip. All the way up into the chest and even the throat. Listen carefully. Keep the right hand behind your head. Bring the left arm back behind you, shifting into Lance Dodger. So left forearm presses down. Now lift up even more through the chest. Which creates a little more leverage to perhaps go deeper. 2 more breaths. Release, bring the torso back up. Right hand comes back behind you. Interlace the fingers. Draw the knuckles down. Bend that back knee just for a moment. Get that shaking in the legs. Nat's like, get me the hell out of this. Release the right heel. Your face was amazing. Right heel to the ground. Exhale into ostrich. Torso dives forward. You're just the one that was looking, or that I looked at. I think everyone felt that way. Head hangs heavy. If this bothers the shoulders or the wrists, you can always release the hands. Yeah, that's it, Joanne. And lower the clasp, release your hands to the ground. We're going to just hang out here in this head to ankle variation. So you may want to shorten your stance and just let the torso hang. If this feels like too much, you can always bring the right knee down. But you're using gravity to help you a little bit deeper into the hips here. So just 3 more breaths. Letting gravity draw you deeper into the hips. And then shift the weight into your hands. Step your way back to plank pose. Take your time. Directly to down dog or vinyasa. Move at your own pace. We'll all meet up in downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg extends up and back. Press through the ball of the foot, spread through the toes, create that length. Exhale, right knee to outer edge of right arm. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, step right foot through, setting up for your twisting lunge. Left hand on the ground. Back knee can always come down. Inhale, right arm peels open. Feel for that twist coming from mid-spine, from your core. Yeah, that's it, David. Feel for space in the chest. Good, Sally. Keep drawing that right shoulder back. And then exhale, lower the right hand down. Fire up the legs, come all the way up, crescent lunge. Arms extend to the sky. Brain cradling. Interlace the hands behind your head. Hug the elbows towards one another. Back knee can bend. Start to lift up and open through the front body. Down into the belly, up into the heart. Feeling for space in the core. Moving into Lance Dodger. Keep the left hand behind the head. Right arm comes behind the back. Forearm presses down. So don't press into the back, but press down towards the hips. Then start to lift up. Leverage that to open up more while still keeping the space in the back body. Inhale, torso comes up. My legs are shaking. Interlace the hands back behind you. Start to draw the knuckles down. Maybe bend that back knee to get that umph. No one's going to make faces now. Straighten out the back leg. Warrior one-ish stance. Ostrich pose. Exhale, dive forward. Once again, check in with your body. So as we get into this intensity, it's easier to kind of push through and ignore. Make sure you're checking in and modifying. Breath stays full. Yeah, good. Good, Jen. Take 2 more breaths. Lower the clasp, release your hands. Head to ankle hang. We're just going to name it that. I'm going to hang out here. Back knee can come down. Just let gravity draw you deeper into your hips. If you want to move towards more of a head to ankle, you can hop that back foot in a few inches. Start to tuck the shoulder behind the thigh, or under the thigh rather. Inhale, unwind. Weight shifts into your hands. Step back gingerly to your plank pose. From here, either down dog or flow through that vinyasa. Inhale, left leg extends to the sky. Exhale, knee to chest, puff up in between the shoulders. Inhale, re-extend that left leg. Exhale, bring the left leg through for a pigeon back bend. So we're going to come into this forward folding pigeon in a moment, and then you can take all your variations. But first, we're going to come into the back bend. So if you'd like, you can place your prop under the left hip to help create a little more space. There's a few options here. Option one, you're just going to hang out upright, draw shoulder blades back, lift through the chest. That's a back bend. Or hands can come up to the hips. Maybe you reach the hands back behind you. Maybe if you're feeling adventurous, you bend the back knee, find the foot with one or both hands. Come in more to that back bend. So we're going to hang out here 3 more breaths in your pigeon back bend of choice. And then release into your pigeon of choice. So that sleeping swan variation where you simply fold over the left leg or come onto your back or an upright seat. We'll take about 5 breaths here, just releasing. If pigeon bothers your joints, let me know. There's always variations that you can take instead. Don't put yourself in a compromised position just to succeed in a made-up pose. 2 more breaths. And slowly ease your way on up, making your way back to downward facing dog, taking your time to get there. Inhale, right leg extends up and back. Exhale, knee to chest, a little back expansion, core engagement. Inhale, re-extend the right leg. Exhale, pigeon back bend on this side. Bring the right leg through. Add a prop if you need under that right hip. So once again, hands can be in front of you, just lifting through the chest, lifting up out of the low back. You don't want to put pressure there. Maybe the hands come up, maybe clasping hands, maybe bending that back knee, finding the foot with one or both hands, lifting through the chest. 3 more breaths. If you're loving this, you can stay here for the whole time. The full version of this pose is the arms up over top, grabbing the foot. We'll get there one day. Release into your stretch. So more or less mirroring that other side. And just letting the breath soften a bit. And then ease your way up out of that. If you're on your back, stay on your back. If you're upright, roll onto that right hip and wrap the left leg around. And then lower all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest, get a little rocking side to side. If there's a final movement or pose that your body is craving, take that. If you feel prepped for Shavasana, go for it. Just make your way into that place of final relaxation. And it's a choose your own Shavasana. So your goal in Shavasana is to surrender and to let go. So however you can be best with that. Maybe it's using a cover over your eyes. Maybe it's a prop under your knees. Perhaps it's with knees bent or laying on your side or even a meditative position. So finding what works best for your body. And then just letting go here. letting the earth hold you for these last few minutes of class. Start to bring movement back into your body. And make your way over to one side. With your eyes still closed, press up to a seat on your mat. Inhale to float your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just take a moment for yourself, for gratitude. The goodness in me bows to the goodness in you. Namaste. Thank you all. Enjoy this fabulously beautiful, calm Saturday. Should knock on wood. Oy. Knocking on wood. Do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Returned.
Oh, shoot. I don't want to hurt it. Okay, there we go. Voila. Sanitized.
So I showed Kathy respect.
Oh, yes?
Her elephant talk, for the way elephants act, I showed respect to Kathy throughout the entire class. Because when elephants want to show you respect, they show you their hindquarters.
Excellent.
So, Kathy.
So I should do this? Give you all my respect. Oh, I guess I should stop filming. Oopsies. Thank you. Have a good Saturday, weekend, all the things. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Bye, people online. Look at my fabulous earrings.